FDG. Entertainmento.
That's a remarkably disturbing tongue link. That's what threw me off as far as Pixel Licker. It's a brave.
What's up?
Yeah, that's a bold fucking title to give your studio, by the way. Pixel Licker. But yeah, hey, we're checking out one of my I don't know, it's definitely one of my favorite little indie darlings as far as for the App Store. I think there's even like a PC version of it. Am I incorrect in saying that?
I think there actually is. Yes, you're using my skin. I love this skin.
Yes. So yes.
Perhaps the very best throwback to this game is right below the game screen, and it's good stuff.
They have a lot of them. I think, you know what's funny though is like, you know, if they did do like an NES inspired one, Nintendo would be all over them. But Hudson Soft and Konami is just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, that's cool. Like, you know, we don't give a shit.
I love how it's called the core skin. That's the best thing of all time.
Yeah. I think that's definitely a nice little nod. But yeah, hey, so on this play, you've got yours truly, Georgie Boy Zax. You got that fucking character to the left who's selling me sundries. And then we have Ser to the right. How you doing, Ser?
Not too bad.
And yeah, the game that I was alluding to, this is Slayin. And what you see, folks, is what you get. But it's great because as funny as it may sound, even though it doesn't sound like it doesn't look, I would assume that there's a lot going on. This is probably one of the most in-depth, endless games you'll find on mobile platforms. And I'm sorry, his like chicken leg hoof like really throws me off. And his fucking perler beard eye. Oh god, it's like a winking butthole actually. But anyway, yeah, Ser, how did you first come across this game?
I first came across this game through you.
I don't remember even telling you about it.
Yeah, man, you sent me a text message and you're like, dude, you should check out Slayin. It has one of the best Easter eggs of all time. I'm like, all right. So I picked it up, and of course, the controller skin. Yeah, true to your word, it was worth $1 for that alone.
You know what's funny? I almost want to say that none of that's true, because when's the last time you listened to me?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but
it was. I downloaded it before I was at work, and I downloaded it before my shift, and yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Yeah, so as you guys can tell, there's definitely a bit of a nuance to surviving and doing things, but sooner or later your luck runs out. It's just what I like about the game is it gives you the illusion that there's, I don't know, that you're actually accomplishing, which you are. You are definitely accomplishing and upgrading yourself. But at some point, you're just way too overwhelmed to like really make any actual progress. And I want to say there's legitimately, I think there's about 10 levels, and I believe I have yet to reach that point. But I think what it is too is just everything that you do so far, you're earning additional credits where you're able to unlock other classes. I have yet to really fuck with the other classes besides the wizard. I know there's the knave, which I don't know. I always thought that was like some shitty insult that they use on like Xena Warrior Princess. I never knew that was like a fucking title that somebody would actually claim to be. I don't know. It always seems so insulting. Fucking knave. And see, there are meta objectives that, as you can imagine with any other endless style game, and doing so gets you additional score, which of course puts you in the running for additional credits. But yeah, not too often that you come across something like this that has like a very simple set of dynamics and yet a clear set of goals that actually it gradually expands as far as difficulty curve.
It's so much more than that too, because like when you're getting through it, right? Like you can see here that you're collecting these little coins as you go, right? But the higher your combo goes, the more that they're actually worth. So if you do really well, you can start to afford the armor and the swords really quickly as a result.
I kind of like the thing
yeah,
that like
the more you shine, the more you get out of each enemy, right? So
yeah, it's just this stage always creeped me out because at least like 4/5 of the enemies on screen look like they would come out of a butt or pee-pee. I mean, there's the spermy dudes, then there's like the wormy dudes that like something that would, I don't know, fucking fly or otherwise slither out of
the 100-ton weight.
Yeah,
let's be real.
Yeah, I didn't put that together. And then the little gloopy globs, the fucking that look like Vicks Vapor Rub. So yeah, the risk reward system here too, as far as the coins, because you want to do everything that you can to, of course, level up your equipment and also keep you going. Your armor is slowly taking a beating though, so I always, it's really hard to kind of like shuffle like I don't know the direction I want to take as far as better offense versus better defense.
Yeah. And it should be noted that every time you want to like juice up your armor or recover your health with the meat, it costs more and more as you do it.
Yeah, and well, even the armor costs more and more.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but the thing is, like the armor, there's no way that you can really get through it without at least upgrading your armor once. Because not only are the enemies more aggressive, they do more damage. They may look like they're the exact same. Well, I don't know. They do definitely look more like vile versions of shit that would, come out of you. Like
they level up with you though.
Yeah, I would call this the dysentery stage. Like this is like everything on screen looks like a fucking hot visit to Walgreens at 2 in the morning right now. It's not pretty. PPS, man. Can we just like? I think it'd be really cool if we got an endorsement from Walgreens. They've expanded their utilities to like, I don't know, to such an extent that I would welcome it. I mean, all the electronics. You can't find the cheapo movies there anymore though. It makes me sad. I don't know, unless is there a Walgreens in Canada?
No, the closest thing we have to a Walgreens would be like Shoppers Drug Mart.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, that's actually what it's called, yeah.
That literally just sounds like general store. Like that's the name of it. In fact, that sounds like wait, okay.
They've got an electronics department too, like and a full photo section. Yes.
And I'm sorry, what's the name of it?
Shoppers Drug Mart.
Sarah, I had no idea that you lived in the same city that takes place in River City Ransom. Like, right? I'm sorry, that just boggles my mind. But, man, everything in Canada is weird because there's like, what is it? There's Future Shop, and then there's some other weird supermarket like Mitchell's or something.
Sobeys.
Oh yeah, you were saying that. Sobeys. No, dude, that's my orange carrot juice.
No, that's Sobe. It's different.
Is it really Sobe?
Yeah, it is.
You're the only one that, because like, okay, it would make more sense if, like, with your fucking.
Because like ours has a Y on the end, right? So.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I've always heard it being pronounced Sobeys this way. This, by the way, is probably the most unsettling fucking boss I've ever seen.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Because like, it's really androgynous, but at the same time, like those are boobs. But like, I don't know. It's unsettling.
It's a really cold day.
Yeah. Plus, like the allegory for the fact that it's coming out of a Venus flytrap, which is already auspiciously designed around like, a vagina. It's just unsettling. Like, I don't know. I was definitely taken aback. And I'm pretty sure Peloria is something. So that's what I was talking about. This is one of those fucking
Slayin.
One of those meta objectives. But there are other objectives too besides no damage bonuses. But you get a lot fucking going on.
Like jumping 10 times without getting hit or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Or being able to actually destroy the skulls with there's only one weapon that'll destroy the skulls that are shot from the fucking gravestones.
That's the mace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
So, have you been able to mess around with the other classes, by the way? Because like I said,
I messed around with both the knave and the sorcerer. I never played with the new characters that came with the update. And how cool is it that they included them all for free, right? Like, they could have easily nickeled and dimed anyone who bought the game for those extra classes, and it would have been worth it, but they included them for free. That's a nice move on their part, right?
You know, but at the same time, I will say that it's one of those mobile rackets to where, like, the additional content is like, gated behind some, like, fucking, like ridiculously tedious objectives and grinding to
Maybe
where...
so, but I mean, being that this is like an infinite game, like, you can always work to better yourself, and in doing so, you obtain the means to unlock this stuff too, right? Like, beyond the extra classes to unlock, there's stuff like, you know, a custom gravestone, for example.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing though, a lot of the credits... you know, instead of just going through, like, all of these playthroughs, which, granted, like I said, I've been talking about how fucking fun this game is. I mean, at the same time, it's one of those games that, even though it's fun, it's deceptive in the fact that, like, ultimately in the end, you're going nowhere really fast. Like, that's ultimately, that's just the framework for all the fucking mechanics at play, and the difficulty and the insane curve as it inclines fucking upwards and overwhelms you to the extent where, like, look at all the doobly-doos on screen. There's a lot of them. They just keep coming. There's no end to the shit on screen. At some point, you're fucking literally crawling to the point where there's, like, absolutely no space for you to, like, comfortably walk around without taking, like, damage that you have no real control over. If anything, right, you can only fucking micromanage the, I don't know, I would say the liability of the fucking damage that you take, or just, I don't know. And that's the whole point of it, really, but the game also makes you kind of feel like there is an end to it at some point, and it just cycles over. And I don't know how many waves that you re-loop on, like, some sort of New Game Plus. But, like, you know, I do love the bosses are definitely, like, one of my favorites, because even though it's confined to, like, this very limited space and like fucking side-scrolling nonsense, they find ways to get really creative with, like, boss patterns and combat.
It should be noted that this is the stage that I made it to like, this is the only stage that I've been able to make it to. This one here. Yeah,
and see, at this point, you're gonna fucking take your time, because there's so much I want to do, but I only have so much Skrill, so I'm gonna risk, at this point, like, just earning more Skrill and not fucking dying, just so that way I can get a better sword. Because this point, I wasn't really paying attention, but I believe I'm the level 3 sword.
Right, so, yeah. And you want the lance, right?
Yeah. I didn't even want the lance. I wanted the rapier.
Oh, okay. Does it do much for you, or like?
Well, the rapier not only cuts through a lot of defense. Like, if I had the rapier, these fucking little ninny-noonies, I could just take them head on without actually having to, like, fucking use some shitty medieval yoga to fucking, like, cut them.
Right, okay.
Like, you can't just... It looks like you can take them head on. Like, it gives you the illusion that you can, but you cannot. And not only that, the rapier can, as I was mentioning earlier, can totally take out these fucking skulls. Oh, okay. Which means you don't even have to jump over them or worry about this. And these fucking goopy pot bitches, they also get a lot worse, because the puddles then actually remain on the field. It's at this point, dude, like, shit's fucked. Like, you said it yourself, this is the last level you were able to stay at. And we didn't really talk about, like, what, like, actually advances you to the next stage. You're leveling up, as you can tell, which, with leveling up, you're also gaining additional increases to your performance. But when you reach the necessary level, it's the next it's every 10 levels, you'll then initiate the boss encounter, and then, of course, defeating the boss will move you on to the next stage. So, fucking dickhead is there, and at this point, I'm like, fuck, I need more defense, because at this point, I'm on my last meter, so this is the risk-reward, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm going for the rapier. And as you can tell, like, I'm immediately regretting it. So this is to where, like, I really gotta be diligent on my offense. You know, it really fucks with you, but it also there's another benefit that you get. If you notice, I'm moving faster, so I'm able to, I'm able to dodge a lot of the goopy doos and some of the other airborne enemies that are bombarding me. So now
they get them before they attack, right?
Yeah, but there's one thing that I like. There was a certain element of crowd control that I sacrificed for the additional power and speed that doesn't allow me to get everything that's at the bottom. So yeah, now we have the harpy. She's like the worst.
Damn.
Yeah, and like. There's a certain pattern you can lock this harpy in as long as you're able to, like, frame shot it. But yeah, I don't have too much room for mistake here. Also, notice that harpy? Totally not weirdly sexualized like the fucking plant.
Right? Yeah.
Which it was weird, because if the last unicorn can make fucking harpies look really weird and gross, I would assume that this, like, you know, weird mobile game. Yeah, shit's getting fucking nuts now. And, like, you know, I'd assume that the end game is around level 100, but granted, we're on our way to level 70. Yeah. And, like, I bought that armor, folks. Look at my fucking health. It's almost gone.
Well, to be fair, you only got halfway up the second gauge, right? So.
Yeah, but still, like, I didn't exactly make a lot of progress to really warrant the, I don't know, the expenditure. But here, the boss in this particular stage is absolute. Like, I think this was my wall that I've hit with this game. As far as this class, I don't know. What's your feeling the wizard? That's the only other class I was able to unlock.
I didn't really like it. I thought it was a little too chancy. You know, you relied too much on luck. Yeah,
it's a little too gimmicky. To the point where, like, I know there's a certain nuance to how I'm supposed to do things here. But you're really making me work for it, and I don't want to work for it.
Right. And I mean, I'm kind of narrow-minded when it comes down to games that give you the choice of class. I'm always a stupid knight. So I've only really
very straightforward.
Anyway. Yeah, exactly, right?
But, you know, you can't deny it. So, as you can tell, I opted to again go for the armor. I mean, I wasn't really anywhere close to upgrading the rapier, but right now, if I can just stay alive and earn just enough bonuses, I think I'll be in good shape. Now, I kind of want to ask, like, this game, I'm not too familiar with just, like, what would conclude making a mobile game successful, because in my mind, I feel like, you know, the testament to a mobile game success are fucking hearing people who don't give a shit about games talking about it and saying, like, oh, you gotta play this. And, like, this isn't something that I really feel like is for, like, you know, grandma or dad and this fucking, like, Led Zeppelin ass enemy. Yeah, this fucking guy sucks and he does so much damage. Oh. Yeah, he's like fucking the Castlevania Reaper. He sucks.
I don't need my horse. What up?
Oh, I fucking hate horses. You know what's funny is I was put in a position. I know I've talked about my hatred for horses before, but I was put in a position where I was in a social environment, and some fucking. I really wasn't trying to look for a conflict, and you kind of invite yourself for one when you openly exclaim how fucking stupid horses are, which, like, they're really stupid. But, you know, when somebody says back to you, a horse took a bullet for my mother-in-law. Like, what do you respond for that? Yeah, that's what she said. Like, she's just like, you hate horses? I'm like, yeah, they're stupid, dead-eyed monsters. They suck on wood and literally choke on they suck on wood in order to get high, and they'll suck on wood so hard that they'll fucking swallow down splinters that will choke them to death. Like, they're fucking awful creatures, and like, I'm like explaining this, and then she looks back at me with a solemn look. Horse took a bullet from my mother-in-law. And like, you know, I had to really be careful with my bedside manner and my social tact in this situation, because I swear to God, my gut reaction to respond to that was, good, one less horse. But like, yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot of shit going on. I'm, at this point, like, it's no longer shit coming out of your ass, it's just sexually transmitted diseases. That's what I'm fighting here.
Aerosols.
Yeah,
STDs.
with big egg yolky centers.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, you can notice the gold that I'm earning. I'm earning a lot of fucking gold here. But, man, I'm fucking dying a lot. So, like, you know, it sucks. It's the risk-reward system, I feel like at some point, like, it hits a level to where you can't help but just like run to defense. It's almost like you're puppy guarding the situation, and like, I don't know, it may be to what just this class.
That's usually the feeling that I get 2 stages ago.
Yeah, at this point, this is I don't remember if I exactly like really hit the nail on getting a good run, but yeah, this is definitely one of my best runs. I could have sworn it was last stage, but maybe it's this stage.
I'll be honest, like, this is the longest I've ever seen the game played, and it's kind of hard to believe that this is only one run.
Yeah, no, this is definitely one run, and I just need one more level. I forget, the boss of this stage is fucking ridiculous, though. It's not...
Oh, this is different music? What? It's the dragon.
Fucking dragon.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this thing sucks.
There's no way that this isn't the final boss.
You know, I would want to think that, yeah, but see, like, I get that right there. It just blows me across the screen. I have no control over it. But yeah, it's a fucking dragon. She got real Skyrim real quick. But yeah, and that was Slayin, and well, you know it, I was able to accomplish one meta objective. So with these quests, I'm able, it's fame, not credit. Anyway, yeah, you earn fame, and then, like any other, like, appropriately medieval game, you be back at the ye old tavern, and you're able to buy classes. But as you can tell, can't even fucking, not a single goddamn one. So anyway, this has been Press Pause Radio Play. Tell us what you guys think. I still think it's worth the 99 cents. What about you, Ser?
It is. Get it.
It is great. This latest Play video from Press Pause Radio was brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/PressPauseRadio, and you can get access to over 100,000 titles to choose from your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.